welcome back, everybody, to the 5-Day Rentals podcast. This is the only podcast currently 6 feet underground in some sort of hole in the earth. My name is Kron Howard. I will be hosting this week's episode of KRON'S Crypt. These are 2 horny-ass episodes that we're going to be watching. Can't do it alone. Joined as always by 2 guys who have been slipping love potion into each other's drinks for the past week. It's Bones and Onion Dan. Say hey.
Hey, how you doing, 5D Army?
I prefer to do things the old-fashioned way, Kron. I'm going to get Dan to have sex with me by stepping out of a shower. The classic old-school way.
I mean, that's a good way to do it.
Your eyes are beautiful tonight, man.
You got it.
We are not alone, guys. We're joined by the one and only Greg Anderson from the weekly podcast Massacre. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. I'm all torqued up after these 2 horny episodes.
No doubt. I was listening when I invited you to do this. This is, of course, an anthology television show. And then I listened to the last anthology episode of Weekly Podcast Massacre, and you say, I hate watching these anthologies. They're so tedious. So I'm glad that you were able to come here, get back into it.
Yeah, it was perfect timing. I'm realizing, though, it's more anthology movies I have an issue with. The TV episodes, it's way more manageable. You know, I think my complaint was that watching an anthology movie feels like you're watching 3 episodes or however many episodes of a TV series back to back. That start and stop is not, for me, not conducive to like a good movie watching experience. You're going to have a clunker in there most of the time that just brings the whole vibe down. But if you're watching a TV episode, you control that flow. If you're watching one at a time and you understand, okay, different story, it's no problem. Yeah.
I feel like Tales just benefits it. I mean, 25 minutes, they just wash over you. You don't even care that much about it.
I was kind of putting off watching these until the last minute, and then I realized it's okay. It's 45 minutes of my time, basically, and then I'm done. All right, it's not so bad.
Great.
25 minutes, I think, yeah.
Greg, have you seen much of Tales from the Crypt over your life?
It was definitely a thing. I mean, it was long done when I was a kid. So, like, I remember people talking about it, and I would occasionally see the Crypt Keeper reference in something, or, I don't know. It was still kind of in the zeitgeist a little bit when I was young, but I didn't watch any of it until I kind of started becoming more of a horror fan in my teens, and I did try to seek out episodes. I think I remember having like rips of a couple of like the highest rated ones. Like there's a few I've seen. I think I was looking at IMDb at like the episode list, and I've seen the one after the first episode from tonight. It's called Carry and Death, I think. With the guys in the desert with the buzzards. That one I've definitely seen. I've seen the one where the guys were betting fingers and chopping them off with that. I think I've seen at least one Killer Santa Tales from the Crypt. So there was a period where I was trying to watch a ton of these, and I got through a handful, and then since then, it just not really being available. I just haven't yet done the real deep dive, but it's always been something I've been very interested in. There was a point too where I did buy a bunch of EC comics and like read a bunch of those, those are a blast. Those are a lot of fun. But other than that, I just kind of know it from pop culture, really.
Yeah, man. I was so torn. I mean, Carrie and Death was almost one we did for this series, but when I looked at the full thing, I was like, I just have too much season 3. Like, I got to bump something somewhere to at least get a few more of the seasons included. But that is a good app. That's a fun app. Well, guys, I think we don't delay.
I've been edging all week, so please.
All right, guys, our first episode. This is from season 3, episode 1. It is called Love to Death. Original air date June 15th, 1991. This is directed by Tom Mankiewicz of the famous Mankiewicz family.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty wild.
This the Fincher movie guy?
I mean, he's got to be somewhere in the bloodline.
That's the main thing about him is the Fincher movie thing.
I think it's like his, his great grandnephew. I think because I
So
think
he's
he's
in
he's
Mank.
cousin. Yeah, he's the cousin of Ben Mankiewicz from TCM.
Right.
So I think then, the guy who wrote Citizen Kane is his great uncle.
You think he uses that all the time? My
think
great uncle wrote Citizen Kane.
I think if you just introduce yourself as I'm so-and-so Mankiewicz.
Like he says that in traffic, like he rolls down his window and
Somebody cuts him off.
They
Hey.
apologize.
My great uncle wrote Citizen Kane.
Well, guys,
Fuck you.
Tom Mankiewicz, like his great uncle, he's mostly a writer. He wrote Superman the movie, The Eagle Has Landed, and Bones, 3 Bond movies.
Mm-hmm.
Live and Let Die, Diamonds Are Forever, and The Man with the Golden Gun.
Mm-hmm.
Rank them.
I think maybe that order. Like,
Yeah.
I think I like Diamonds more than Live and Let Die, but I think it's better.
I think Diamonds overlive for me, and then Golden Gun last.
Yeah. Bond's tricky because the subjective and objective. But yeah, definitely Man with the Golden Gun is bottom tier for me.
You know what?
Bond movie.
I would like it so much more without the corkscrew sound effect. That
Yeah,
sinks the movie so much.
it really does.
That
I
like,
actually-
3-second thing. Yeah.
I don't mind Pepper showing up again.
No, he's
like
he's better in that than he is in Live and Let Die. Yeah.
these guys have no idea what we're talking about.
Is there one sound effect that just keeps playing throughout the entire movie?
It's the most atrocious sound effect in
It's Bond history. Yeah.
Yeah.
In movie history, maybe. It's only used in one scene, but it ruins one of the coolest Bond stunts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why it's worse than the Tarzan yell.
That was good. That one I like.
Bones,
All right.
you ranked him, now mank him.
Now Mankum,
Yeah.
what is that? Yell at somebody in traffic that I like. Diamonds Are Forever.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
right.
I'm gonna scream that the next time I like pull a home run ball away from a little boy.
It means you advocate for an AI.
Diamonds Are Forever is an underrated Bond movie. Yeah,
I saw that clip so many times today, dude.
it's fucking everywhere. They're really trying to make us forget about Chicago being fucking invaded.
Yeah, this is the worst thing in America now. This woman who stole a baseball. All right, guys. We have Andrew McCarthy as Edward. This guy was part of the Brat Pack. He's in St. Elmo's Fire, Pretty in Pink, Mannequin, and a good movie, Weekend at Bernie's.
2 or 1?
He's in both. Bernie's? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in
Yeah.
both. Yeah.
Well, you got to bring him back, dude. I mean, they brought the dead guy back.
How?
I think. Go ahead.
What was the timeline on Weekend for Bernie's 2? Like the next week?
I think they started filming it. I think it was out like 8 months later. Because
I
that
think-
first one
I
was such a huge hit.
Well, I think Dan is asking, like, in the story, how much time has elapsed between Bernie's 1 and Bernie's 2.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
know.
because that body has to stay. It has to have some flesh on it still for part
Yeah.
2, right?
I can't remember. Is Voodoo the reason? No, because he's not alive. Obviously, he's dead. That's the whole point of the prim. But the second one, he's got voodoo on him, and he's like zombieing. There's like that great shot of him like walking on the bottom of the ocean.
Greg just wrote in like his pick for Voodoo Month.
Dude, hey, yeah. That sounds good, man. Does he fight a shark? Is my only question when he's underwater.
No.
No, that's Zombie 2, I think you're thinking of.
Okay, yeah.
Who the fuck curses Bernie with voodoo?
I probably need his body for like a real estate deal or something.
Dan, I think it's like good voodoo to bring him back so they can do. It's not all bad voodoo, dude.
This man's already been treated horribly.
Well, I don't know. He probably got to drink a beer and look at a pair of breasts or something.
It just sells, dude. He's dead.
Wait, he does get the fuck in the first one, right? Like,
whoa,
as a corpse? I think he does.
I don't know.
I don't remember that.
Which one were you watching?
You got
dude?
like Clerks.
I swear that does happen in the first one.
Bernie's Triple X.
This ain't Weekend at Bernie's.
Mannequin was on a VHS that I had, and I feel like it was Oreo'd, so I had to always fast forward over it.
Oh, to get to movie 3?
Yeah.
To get to Last Action Hero.
But that fun, is it Starship? Jefferson Airplane, when they came back in the 80s and they were like all poppy, weren't they Starship?
Jefferson Starship, yes, you are correct.
Yeah. I'm the guy on this show that was alive
gotcha.
when this episode premiered, so.
So your tape was Terminator, Mannequin, and Terminator 2.
I had other tapes. It was probably something like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Mannequin, and like Striking Distance or something. You know, there would always be like a weird one in there. Because I vaguely recall Last Crusade and Terminator 2 were on the same tape. But I think those were both so long that they were just one tape.
What a tape.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We also got Mariel Hemingway as Miranda. This is the granddaughter of Ernest Hemingway. This is a star-studded ep. You got a Mank and a Hemingway?
Well, for whom the bell tones. Jeez.
For who it tones.
We do have to stop. Hold on, Murph is trying to get in the Zoom call to talk about Muriel and Woody Allen.
She is featured in Manhattan. Naked Gun 33 and a third. Lipstick, which I've never seen, but I've heard of that movie. It's like a...
You got to really work hard on that dog's belly.
I'm glad you went there because I was like, yeah, all right.
It is
There's something there.
It's your classic rape revenge movie, but it also stars her sister Muriel Hemingway.
Kron, if you were working hard on that dog's belly, what kind of dog would it be?
I don't know, Dan. I don't do that kind of stuff, man.
Okay. Just asking. Asking for a friend.
She's in Star 80, Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, and Bad Moon. Also notable credit, she's the first actress to appear topless in a Tales from the Crypt episode.
Damn.
What season is this?
Breaking
3.
new ground.
This is the start. This is episode 1 of season 3.
Nice.
Last we got David Hemmings as Mr. Stronum. He's got a bit part in Gladiator. Probably a bit part in Gangs of New York. He's the main guy in Deep Red. He's also in Barbarella and Equilibrium.
The main guy in Blowout too. The one that got kind of remade as
Blow Up.
Blow Up. The one that got kind of remade as Blowout. Yeah.
Are you trying to see who he is in Gladiator, Bones?
Yeah.
He's like the ring announcer.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was Richard Lynch the whole fucking time.
It's this guy.
Okay. No, I mean, not the guy in Gladiator. I thought Richard Lynch was the guy in this movie.
Oh, gotcha.
Or this episode. That shows you how much I paid attention to the fucking credits. I mean, I don't feel super dumb about that. He's got a very Richard Lynch look.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
They probably fought it out for some roles before.
Yeah.
Got confused a few times.
All right. Now, who plays the old lady?
I didn't write her name down.
Fucking sexist.
I got the other lady.
Sexist and ageist, dude.
Shows her breasts.
That's all you care about, man.
It's the Goonies lady, right? Isn't that her? Or am I thinking of somebody else? The old lady in this one?
I don't think so. The fucking junket lady from Mystery Men.
Oh, she's also in Naked Gun 33 and a third.
Whoa.
She's like the Fred Ward's mom in that, I think.
I wonder which one advocated for the other. So they were both in the movie. All right, guys, we get our Crypt Keeper intro. Crypt Keeper says, dying for a date, aching for a little prick of passion. Well, be careful what you wish for. Or be careful what you wish for, or you might end up like the young man in tonight's terror tale. You may just get it. All right, we cut to this lady. She's cooking up some food. She's got an apron, a gingham dress. It's all very trad wife kind of shit going on here. Her husband gets home. He brings her flowers. Pours a couple drinks. These two kiss. He says he finally got that big promotion. They can get that RV. Did you guys drive around in an RV? Does that sound good to you?
You mean like as a daily driver?
No, I mean like you're retired and you're like, we're just going to live on the road now.
It would be really hard for me as a daily driver to open the door to yell that my great uncle directed Citizen Kane.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we call a 360 here on 5-Day Rentals, folks.
You'd have to, like,
if you're new to the show, you get a lot of them.
You'd have to fully crawl out of that captain's chair and open the door.
I mean, I'd
so
have a tough time not going full Winnebago, man. I mean, I'm already 70% there. Meat, innovation.
I feel like my commute is the worst part of my day, so I don't know if I'd want to make that my entire life.
Yeah, but you could wake up a little bit later because you can get ready in the RV on the way there.
After work, you could take a nap before you go home.
Yeah, man.
Well, I'm not working in this scenario. I'm just driving around in my RV.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You're probably not driving it through a city all that much, right? You're on highways and mountain roads and things like that.
I guess. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me.
You'd rather tow a camper?
No, I just don't want to be driving around all
With
of
your home?
America. Yeah. I would like to live in a house like I do now. And, go to the movies or whatever fucking useless thing I do now.
You're a hotel guy.
Yeah, I think I'm a hotel guy.
Yeah.
All right, this guy's wife, she throws the drinks. She says, Christ, Richard, I need you now. She rips her clothes off. She's got all this nice lingerie underneath. She starts to unzip his pants, and she says, oh, God, it's practically talking to me. Guys, this whole thing kind of pulls out. We see this as just a guy sitting at his computer, typing filth into it.
That's
His
what
name is-
all the ladies read nowadays.
Yeah, this guy would be so successful in the modern age. He was born a couple decades too early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you just change these characters to orcs.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Make one a minotaur. He's golden.
Mm-hmm. This guy is Edward. He's a little horn dog. He gets up from his computer to wash his hands, probably because they're covered in his own jizz. Cranking off to this shit. But he gets to his sink and his water is out. He walks down the hall, goes to see his building manager. And this guy only communicates with him through a speaker.
This is weird.
I don't know if, I mean, I guess maybe this is the way they did it. Like anytime I ever lived in an apartment, you just shoot off an email or call a number.
A text, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice he's on location, you know?
Yeah.
The cameras, though? Huh. I couldn't do that.
I mean, he's effective.
Yeah.
It's creepy, but
Yeah. They make it look evil, but the sink does get fixed in the span of like 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a quick response.
It's probably all just gunk in there from this guy writing his book.
He'd be so mad at me, my ass would be on that camera every time I walked by it.
Did you walk through your, like the hallways of your apartment nude?
on laundry day.
That's all I got. Deal with it.
Edward starts telling the manager that the water's out. And this guy's like, yeah, I'm aware. I'll take care of it.
Does that mean he has a camera in his place?
No, I think he's just, like, he's so on top of his job. He knows the water is not working properly.
Yeah.
He's just putting a little kink in the hose, you know. He's feeling a little lonely, so he just let me pick a random apartment and.
This guy's gonna have cum on his hands for at least another hour.
Mm-hmm. For the rest of this episode. We get this old lady that's walking down the hall. She starts chatting with Edward. He tells her, I'm a screenwriter, saved up a bunch of money. You know, I'm trying to make a go of it. She says, I bet you're making one of those gratuitous movies with all the swearing and nudity. Edward's like, no, this is a nice family picture. Kind of thing you could take your kids and your grandmother to. And as the elevator's closing, she just says, that's too bad. That's good.
Yeah. This lady knows ball.
Mm-hmm. Well, Edward carries his laundry down to the machine, but there's this hot lady down there. Her name's Miranda. Edward kind of ducks behind some boxes. Miranda's on the phone with her agent. She says she needs that part. She also takes off her shirt to throw her bra into the laundry.
Okay, thank you, Kron. Thanks.
I mean, do these episodes not deliver, dude? You said you found even hornier eps.
Well, it's just the stuff I'm into. But yeah, you delivered breasts in each of these episodes, so I guess we could say they're horny.
Where they at least made us horny.
Were there any other episodes you were like, maybe it's this one?
So I don't think I came up with the idea of pairing episodes until I watched the second one of what we're going to talk about. So it was pretty easy to pair these two because I'd watched them, like 3 or 4 days apart.
A nice pair.
So once I kind of had these locked in, I built out the rest.
This is a foundational category. That's what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. But there are probably some other horny eps of tales. I can't just rattle them off the top of my head, though.
One of the ones I have seen is the Arnold Schwarzenegger episode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys will discuss that one or not, but that one, the whole premise of that one is that there's an old man who's horny, but he's too old, you know?
Yeah. He's dating a young chick, and he keeps, like, swapping out body parts
Yeah.
with a younger dude.
Now I want to watch that one.
I think, didn't we watch it together at one of the...
Damn,
I could have swore we did. All right, Edward
tells from the crypt watch parties.
Yeah.
Nobody showed up. It was just us.
Just like all the other parties we had.
That actually hurts a little bit. Yeah, that's the truth.
Edward's walking back to his room. Building manager kind of comes over the speaker. He's like, hey, your water's fixed, by the way. Edward says, man, there's this hot chick that lives in the apartment somewhere. And the building manager just goes, yeah, that's Miranda Singer. She's in number 509. I don't know if you should just give out, people's residence to anybody.
Feels like a solid bro,
Yeah. I think it's just like one horny freak job recognizes another, And it's like, all right, here you go, man.
Later that day, Edward goes to Miranda's apartment. At first, she thinks that he's just a delivery guy, so she lets him in. Once she realizes that he's there to hit on her, she kicks him out. But she does feel bad about it. He's kind of just standing there in the hallway. She comes out, says, why don't you just swing by for a drink later this evening?
It's a real interesting move if you're trying to get, to date somebody, to just root through their mail instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he just kind of makes himself at home there. Like, I'm in. She's going to want me.
I pitched.
Do a solid job of letting you hate him. Like, I think it goes just beyond simpleton.
He's a creep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's easy to hate the reflection of yourself,
Is that what you told yourself after this episode?
Mm-hmm. I was like, I hate him, but I understand him.
See, the difference, though, is, Kron, I set out to write pornographic material, and then it just turns wholesome.
Yeah.
That's the bummer. It's like, I can't get away from it.
Damn, these orcs spotted dragon again.
Yeah, I want it to be fucking horny. Orcs got big old balls and stuff, dude, and I'm just like, damn, they fucking won. Fucking saved fucking area or whatever, fucking weirdly spelled city.
All right, guys, Edward gets back to work. Inspired by this newfound attraction, he just starts cranking out some pages. That evening, he heads back to number 509.
You gotta pop off before the first date, dude.
Mm-hmm. This guy gotta be, 7, 8 in at this point in the day?
It's 91. He's still using tape, so.
He knocks on Miranda's door. She does not answer. I guess he just waits there for some undetermined amount of time.
Does he just live right across the hall, though? That's what it kind of seemed like to me.
I thought maybe she was more like one floor up or something. Because he's kind of got the straight shot to the manager. And I feel like she's somewhere else in the building.
Yeah, because they run into each other on the elevator later.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Miranda shows up at some point with some guy. She notices Edward still standing there with his flowers. She says, those are nice. You got a midnight rendezvous? And then she just pulls her new guy into her apartment with her. Later, they kind of catch each other in the elevator. Miranda is like...
That's when you just walk in, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, squeeze your way through the door as it's closing.
What are you guys doing?
Extra set of hands is always helpful.
I can rub you down. I'll do your back, not your front, buddy.
No deal. Get out. When they're on the elevator, Miranda is like, That was so rude of me. We never got to have that drink. Edward starts telling her about his script. She'd be perfect for it. He even changed the main lady's name to Miranda after they met each other. Up in the apartment, Miranda's apartment, she's just kind of like, you want to date me, don't you? He goes, very much so, yes.
Greg, has this happened in your apartment? Like your complex?
Situation? Like,
yeah. Do you ever walk by and somebody's like, you'll be perfect for my script?
I did have, I think it was maybe in the first building I lived in LA. Somebody told me that one, I sound like Norm Macdonald, and two, I should do voice acting. Yeah.
I agree with half of that.
So that's the closest I ever got, was just like some old man just like, you sound like Norm.
Were you like, who the fuck is Norm?
Oh, no, me, I knew. Come on.
I thought it was did he say Norm Macdonald or just Norm?
He said Norm Macdonald. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he asked me, like, you know that guy from SNL who played Burt Reynolds? Like, I think that's probably the way he did it.
There's this one guy at the Taco Bell drive-thru that I go to, and he has such like
beautiful eyes,
AM radio voice. I'm like, dude, you're wasting away in this place. You got to be out there spinning records and shit, dude.
Selling up on the order, we got Crunch Wrap Supreme.
Mm-hmm. Selling me vacuums over the airwaves. I mean, the guy was born too late, you know?
He can still get on XM or something.
I don't know. It's all computers now, dude.
You don't think he has his own podcast?
Yeah, I'm going to ask him. His voice is so good. Just fall asleep to it, dude.
Do you immediately get happy when it's him on the thing?
It's not like I'm not going there looking for him, but you know, when that little window slides open and it's him, I'm like, all right, dude, it's a guy with a good voice.
Falling asleep to his voice would cause a couple of delays in the Taco Bell drive-through, though. It kind of sounds like it might be a little bit of a hazard, honestly.
Well, see, that's why I'm trying to get him into to be a DJ somewhere.
Have you told your wife this story?
Nah. She wouldn't be interested.
This is the type of stuff.
This
is the type of shit wives don't need to know.
You tell them and they're like, okay, anyway.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's not like I'm not hitting on him. He's got a radio voice, you know?
I just think it's funny that that's something you clue in on, and I do the exact same thing, and I'll tell my wife, and she'll be like, okay. I'm just like, what? That's good.
Oh, I just explained 5 episodes of Alien Earth to my wife on a dog walk. Because I had nothing else. She like went on about her day and, you know, shit at work. And I was like,
how you feeling about that Alien Earth?
Love it.
All right.
Sounds like Greg disagrees, dude.
There's a lot of really impressive stuff about it, and then it's kind of what I felt about the little bit of Fargo I watched too, the TV series. Any character that's written to be stupid is kind of just too stupid.
Oh, I love it.
That engineer guy in the last episode, I was like, all right, you know, I mean, is he supposed to be a dumb guy, or is this like a legitimate like mental impairment we're dealing with here?
I think when it comes to the people on that ship, I think it's enriched by the fact that it's a 65-year mission and it's a corporate dystopia where God knows what the education system is.
Yeah.
And they gave him some street smarts when the dude tried to pull like the little trick with the snack on him, you know? I would say a lot of that crew, some people have said like, well, you can't bitch at like these people's or the incompetency of the people in Prometheus versus these people. And I would say, yes, you can. Because I think that that's one of Holly's strengths is writing idiots, which is, I love Fargo partially because of that reason. Because it makes even the most baseline smart person seem like a fucking hero. in Fargo. So
I gotta go back and watch more of that.
Okay.
I did like it. That's the thing is I did not dislike Fargo. I'm enjoying a lot of Alien Earth. There's just times where I don't know the writing. I'm still too just like right on the verge of being fed up with the kids. It's like bordering on too much.
okay, did you watch episode 5?
That's the most recent one, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
See, I thought that was a smart move because you get away from the kids for a little bit.
That's true.
Yeah.
But then you got that engineer guy, and that's
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a good show, guys.
I'm liking it. I think it looks fantastic. It looks amazing. And fucking what's it, Deadwood
Oliphant.
as the android Oliphant he's incredible.
I believe you that it's good. I'm just, I explained pre-record. I'm trying to watch and rewatch these Bronson movies. So, got to prioritize. All right, Miranda tells Edward, listen, when you sell your script and you're rich and famous, you got a date.
Bitch.
But until then, forget you know me.
That's your first red flag, bro.
No, you just got to work harder, dude.
Whoa. Whoa.
Maybe not the first, but a big one that went up. When you're rich and famous, then we'll have a date. Like,
You could say that would
Piss
be a
on
red
this
flag
bitch.
on their first legitimate date. This dude has done nothing but creep on her. She needs some sort of out.
I was just confirming that he liked her, what he saw. It's like, okay,
Well,
I want to pursue
I
that.
I don't see it.
It's like a Taylor Swift song. I mean, it's a love story. And I saw you. That's more like Blink 182, I guess. But I saw you in the basement with your titties out. One day I will have you after I write my script about you. Oh, shit.
Pretty good, dude.
That's pretty good.
Put 3 power chords behind that. You got a smash hit single.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Edward starts going.
The
through
video
this-
better be funny, though.
Aliens are real.
Kind of turned out to be right about that, though, right? I mean,
Apparently, he's right about aliens. And then the other guy caught Osama bin Laden. Mm-hmm. Blink 182, they might be fucking geniuses.
yeah.
Chris Pratt
What the fuck did Travis Barker ever do?
survived a hell of a plane crash.
Nah. Then he married a fucking Kardashian. You survived death.
Well,
And
he at
then
least
you
got the hottest
married-
Kardashian.
And you married a Kardashian.
I mean, maybe he's just digging up some Illuminati secrets, and he's going to be the third member to.
When he goes wide with those, yeah, you'll see.
I would love to see. Does he ever have anything to do with Caitlyn, like in the show or anything? I've never seen clips of this, so
Are you asking me if I watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
I don't
do
know
not,
if maybe
so
some of your ladies catch it or something. I don't know what goes on.
I'm hanging out down at the Taco Bell thinking about.
Asking this guy
Andrew's
to read
voice.
off his
Trying to get
receipt.
this guy's career off to me.
Yeah.
No, sir. I want your order. I don't want to read you Dune.
He would be great at reading, dude.
I think you should tell this guy that he's got a great voice.
You know,
It might make
I
his
thought
day.
about it. I thought about
Invite
it the
him on the
last
show,
time. I was
dude.
like, it's gonna be weird.
No, hey, when that guy told me I sound like Norm and should be in voice acting, it felt good, man. Made my
All right.
day.
Next time I see him, I'll say, "You got a voice for the radio, man.
Holy shit. Do we have Norm MacDonald on the show?
You gotta start slinging evaporated milk and shit."
You want to hear it? I can't even do it. You want to hear
Start
it?
selling war bonds.
All right, Edward starts going through this whole fantasy. He sees Miranda as the lady from his screenplay. Starts like caressing her hair. He goes up behind her, puts his arms around her. She's like, he snaps out of it. She starts yelling at him, calls him a Midwest weasel and smacks him, throws him out of the apartment. Edward goes
They're
to the...
both fucking homeschooled from Indiana, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Both. She can't call him a Midwest weasel.
She's still... I could call you one.
Yes, thank you. I would appreciate that. But even as Midwesterners, Indiana's not part of that. Come on, guys. We'll take Arkansas. We'll take Nebraska.
Arkansas is getting into the South, man.
I don't know, man. I would argue
Get
that
the fuck
Indiana
out of
is
there.
more Midwest than...
This
we
is something I'm
go
discovering lately is that nobody actually agrees on what the hell the Midwest is.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Ohio not that long ago, a couple weeks ago, and I kind of mentioned to somebody, I've never been to the Midwest, and they're like, "Well, you're still not in the Midwest," and I was like, "Well, then I don't know what it is." I was in Missouri last year, same thing. Basically said that,
Midwest.
never been to the Midwest. Someone's like, "You're not there," so, and everyone I talked to has a different idea of where, and it stops and starts. You know,
It's like the middle of Oklahoma. Like once you get past a certain part of Oklahoma into Texas, that's the South. From
Right.
the upper portion of Oklahoma up, I think is Midwest. Minnesota, shit like that. Which I wouldn't. That's kind of the northern.
No.
Ohio Valley, I guess, would be Ohio, right?
Yes, if we're talking like true geography, but I think you make a good call, because if you just did like a right angle from like Tulsa or Oklahoma up, I think that's the Midwest. I think there are people in southern Missouri that would prefer to be referred to as the South,
Too fucking bad.
but I think we are the Midwest. And I would challenge that person in Ohio.
To a fight.
Yeah.
Ohio,
We can call it whatever the winner decides.
I don't know.
Ohio's tricky because then you have to consider, like, well, is Kentucky? Like it,
I feel like Kentucky's
you
the
know, it's
South.
like,
yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. Like that distance, it's got that
It's kind of right.
It's got
there
that nub
on
that
one-
comes up, right? Well, it's got that hump back, and then it's got that little nub.
Yeah, but
That's a weird drawn ass state. What the fuck happened over there? I guess it's the river.
a river runs through it.
All right, guys. Edward goes to see Mr. Stronham.
Rivers are
Says-
fucking weird, man.
Mm-hmm.
You ever think about that? Just water moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like in between land. Fucking bullshit is that, dude?
And it's weird that it almost always like falls right between like two different territories.
But nobody owns it.
It's like, I don't want to piss any of these people off, so I'll just flow right in between.
You can't fish here.
Yeah.
Nobody owns the water.
All right, guys. Edward has the rent.
There was a point in my Instagram that it was just people fishing and like Karens yelling at them that they couldn't fish there. And I was like, yes, they can fish there. And the people I work with are like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Or like, these Katy Perry type people that buy land on a beach and then they get pissed off that people want to go to the beach.
Stop walking through my property.
How dumb would you feel, though, Dan, if you were fishing in that river, you pulled the fish out, and it had, like, property of Bob written on it?
I would put it back. I'd be like, Bob, good on you. And he'd be like, get the fuck off my land.
See, I would throw it to the other side of the river and try to start a war.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jacob stole Bob's fish,
Yeah.
and then you just kayak a little south. You just wait it out.
Greg, you come
Then
down here to the
once they're
Midwest.
weakened, yep.
We'll take you
you're not-
fishing.
You're not catching any of those winter fish, dude. That's survival of the fittest. You ain't getting a nibble all day.
Greg,
Like the fish that win that war.
Greg, like at what line east do you just go, oh, redneck?
What line east?
Yeah, like is
man.
it just, you hit like Bakersfield? Like
Bakerfield's
over?
a pretty good call. Yeah, Bakersfield's
Really?
a great call. Oh, totally. I mean, you find just you go south a little bit to Orange County. Most of Orange County, honestly, I call
Red Hat.
the boonies out here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, totally. Well, at 100%. It's kind of crazy. There was, I think, like this bar that is just a couple miles from Disneyland, like down the road, that is like a known like neo-Nazi hangout. I'm pretty sure, like that level. You know,
How did that not burn down?
I don't know, man. It's the
Well, they got all
that's the
those
thing,
shields.
At the gold
It's like
dome?
it's like the Florida Project, right? Like Disney just kind of like eats up all the resources and the fucking value that so everyone around that property just suffers.
Yeah, man, but everybody loves it, dude. It's for the kids. Come on.
Yeah.
It ain't about people's livelihoods and, health. It's about the mouse. Famous Missourian Walt Disney.
I thought you were going to say Mickey Mouse.
He was created on a train in Burbank, actually. So he's Californian.
Damn. All right, guys. Edward goes to slide the rent under the door, but the door opens.
Oh, shit.
Mr. Stronham tells him, you like this chick, don't you? And Edward's like, I would do anything. You gotta help me. Stronham says,
I thought
just
this
give-
was the dude from American Werewolf in London. Not the main guy, but his friend. The guy who's in,
Griffin Dunn.
yes.
Griffin Dunn.
David,
him for a
you're
second.
hurting my feelings.
It was him with like old age makeup and stuff. Like,
Yeah, it kind of looks like him.
Huh.
He's also in Cut Stealing.
Griffin Dunn is.
Yes.
Oh, he's back, baby?
Oh
He's
shit.
back. Owns a bar. Does some cocaine.
I was just going to say the sequence of our dude walking down the hallway, this guy's apartment, it's one of the best looking little sequences in one of these Tales from the Crypt so far. I thought the lighting, the smoke work.
well, you got
I was like,
Mankiewicz directing
son of a
this
bitch.
Yeah. Anytime anytime they cut to the landlord, it looked fucking amazing. Like the way they
Yeah.
hold off on showing him at first, and then it's just the cigar smoke and like his chin. That was all very stylish.
And he's got an interesting thing with the backside of his nostril ring. So the portion closest to his face, there's like this, they both indent in a funny way. So the angle looked like he had a fucking cone booger or something sticking out. It was really odd.
Bothers me.
Yeah, I was like, what is sticking out of this dude's nose? And then once he lifted his head, I realized that it was kind of just the indent of his nostril. And I was like, see, this is what Glenn Powell's missing. You don't got anything weird. Like when we were talking about Steve Buscemi, hero of 9/11. You got to look weird, man.
Mm-hmm. Stronham tells him, if you want this lady to fall in love, just dump this in her drink. Gives him a little heart-shaped vial.
Hey, I was fucking that chick.
Cut over to Edward going back to Miranda's place. He brought a bottle of wine. He's like, listen, I just want to apologize about earlier. She says, move out of the building and we'll call it even. But he's able to Midwest weasel his way into that room again. And Miranda says, all right, one drink. She goes to get a corkscrew. As she does, Edward dumps the vial into her glass. He pours the drinks. Miranda slams hers down. looks at Edward and says, all right, let's just pretend you drink yours. He's all kind of like, you're not feeling anything? Nothing's working? She says, I'm going to call the cops. She says, I'd like to report an intruder. He won't get out. He won't get out. He won't get out of his clothes.
This dude's an idiot, man.
Why?
Chicks ruin everything.
This
dude.
is working out right now, though.
You got your own apartment. You
got
some money.
$5,000.
Like, why do you want to get? You don't need to get into this, dude. You're already living the life.
You got a fucking like a little basketball hoop on your wall. You can slam dunk anytime you want.
Yeah, dude, you're totally into Indiana Hoosier basketball. Like, come on.
You can write and crank off 10 times a day, dude. It's perfect.
At a point, you're just like, I would prefer to jerk off.
Dan, I think you need to start giving seminars or like speeches at pep rallies to all these like incel kids. Yeah. Take it from me, father, husband. Fucking sucks.
Survivor.
What?
Your body's working against you, okay? You think you want these things. You do not.
You're getting remarried? What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, what? You said right? You don't want it. Don't do it.
All right, guys.
Don't listen to fucking Beyonce. Don't put a ring on it.
These two start boning down. Edward is loving all this. Eventually, we cut to black and join up with the two in bed together. Miranda says, let me read your script. Edward says, nuh-uh, not till it's all the way done. She says, we're not done. Edward's like, again? We've been at it all night. They start boning down again. Cut to later. Edward's trying to get some pages done, but Miranda is just staring at him. She says she loves him, his mind, his body, his spirit. Edward's like, don't you have an audition today? She says, I canceled it. I couldn't bear the thought of being away from you. Sometime later, Miranda walks in wearing that gingham dress and blonde wig.
I was going to share a person. We'll talk about that off.
A rare self-censor from Dan.
It's just, I've been in that situation where it's like all the time, and eventually it's like, can I just relax, please?
I think that's why it's important to sort of have those conversations up front, you know? Like,
yeah,
that was a massive thing with my relationship, that it was like, hey, sometimes I get into a serious funk, right? I don't know why. It's nothing personal. And then with that comes, like, I need to recharge my batteries. And this was like a decade ago, right on the cusp of introvert, extrovert fucking propaganda, you know? And it was like, if this is going to work, I need to just be able to not do anything on a full day. And you'll hate it, but I'll come out much better on the other side.
Yeah.
I just try to mash all my feelings deep down in there.
That's what that Saturday alone is. I'm just sitting there like Goku, just plotting fucking, just thinking the worst fucking thought, you know. And then on Sunday, I'm like, you want to go get brunch and shit? Like, I'm much better now.
Crafting escape plans and fantasies. Like, all right, fight.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Get on a plane. How much gas is in the car right now?
Oh, shit. Okay. So we have a major issue, or I'm having a major issue with people in my neighborhood driving and texting, right? every 10th car, somebody texting, not paying attention. And now I'm even more conscious of like the people that are with me on the walk. And today I asked Sam, I was like, how fast do you think I could do this? And I did like a quick draw. I was like, how fast do you think I could just like fucking shoot? Like I see them on their phone and she was like, please don't. Like you've now taken it one joke too far. I was like, what? And she's like, 'cause I can't condone that behavior because I know you will start considering it. I'm like, yeah, shit, I probably would.
Fucking
Sounds
Kersey over
Like
here.
get a fucking open. Yeah, dude, I will shoot the fucking giggler. Don't. Oh man,
Yeah,
they shot the texter, dude. Yeah.
She's saying one step too far, but I think it's one step too few. It's time to go.
We'll
down
send
to
you
the-
a gun, dude.
Go down to the gun store,
Start
dude.
wearing a holster at least.
Yeah.
Empty at first, and then yeah.
All right. Miranda walks in. She's ready to go. Edward is laid up in bed. He's like, hell no, I cannot do this again. My body is exhausted. I'm fucked out. Miranda says, that's too bad. She rips her clothes off. She says, the more I do it, the more I want to do it. I'll drain you dry.
He's wearing like a fucking duster, dude. Like
Yeah.
the most unsexy thing you can wear.
That's what he's maybe trying to do. And then when she's
keep her
not
off of
around,
me.
he's opening it up to let his fucking chafing dry out.
And what are you talking about, dude? Duster is a classic gentleman's look.
Says
Until
the
you put
says the flasher.
until you put your hands in your pockets and you can't because they're filled with sand.
I mean, if you got the holster, Bones, throw a duster on over that thing.
Oh, I will stand at intersections.
You punks.
I feel like if we're trying to scare texters, it's going to be, I mean, they're not going to be looking at you. They're looking at their phones, right? Are they going to see you at all? Just standing there on the side of the street?
Hey, preface this with a cab, of course, but I'm seeing this as prevalent as I am. Where are the fucking cops? Like, it's so fucking obvious.
I mean, it is illegal in our state to touch a phone while you're operating a vehicle.
Yeah. But there is a certain like fucking Charles Bronson element where I'm just like, fucking throw these people in fucking jail. Seriously, take their
Kill
fucking
'em.
phone away. You think that's cool? Huh?
I mean, Bones, if the system isn't working, sometimes a single man has to.
Fucking Death Wish 6, no signal.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, dude.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Copyright.
I know
All right.
that fucking guy who sounds like Norm Macdonald
You believe in AT&T?
probably cut a mean fucking trailer voiceover for me.
Get that dude from
One
Taco
man
Bell.
had to stay, I can't really do a Norm.
So there's this
One
guy,
man.
see? Yeah.
He's seen all these people on their phones texting.
All right, guys. Edward gets up. He gets himself to the bathroom. He yells to Miranda, I'm going out today. She says, okay, I'll get dressed. He says, I need to go alone. He eventually ends up hitting her, smacks her across the face, and she just looks up and says, you could never hurt me.
It's a kinky bitch.
Edward goes to see Mr. Stronham again. He says, man, this fucking sucks now. He says, give me some potion that will reverse it. Mr. Stronham says, sorry, kid. There's no antidote. There's only one way out. You could always kill her. He holds up another vial of like radioactive green goo.
Why is it always green? Why can't we do another color?
Dude, this is a Mankiewicz. You don't think he's going to throw in classic Hollywood shit?
His dad was directing in black and white, bro.
But still, his family invented green potions. Yeah.
It's the Mankiewicz special TCM wine. Potion green. Don't worry. It's just green grapes. Please order it today along with the Francis Ford Coppola and the Vertigo wine. $78.99.
All right, outside the door, Miranda tells Edward he needs to come back. She's working on a script.
Back to Paths of Glory. Stanley Kubrick's second film.
Edward comes back in and says there's some champagne in the fridge. Tells her to go grab it. As she's doing so, he dumps the green vial into her cup. He pours the champagne out of his glass. He takes a sip. Miranda says, you gotta go look at what I wrote. It's all about us. As Edward walks over, Miranda picks up the 2 glasses and she says, I should take the dirty one. She brings the glasses over.
He actually looked at it and it was a script for Us.
The Jordan Peele movie?
That's what she wrote.
She's good then, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Could be cleaned up a little bit, probably, but not bad.
The 2 hold their glasses up. Edward says, here's to getting what you want. He gulps his drink down. Instantly, his face drops. He says, oh shit, falls over dead. Guys, we cut up to Edward in heaven. Must have been...
He must have been really, really good before all the date rape stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, kind of disagree with this.
He's walking along, but eventually he starts hearing Miranda screaming, Edward! He looks over. She says, when you died, I threw myself out of a window. And now we can be together forever. We look, camera cuts over. She's all disfigured. Edward starts screaming. I don't know if it's the time it was made, but it sounds like they loop his scream like 8 times.
Edward, I thought you said I could watch you fix the paintings.
We cut back over to our crypt keeper.
Nobody?
I didn't get that one.
Yeah.
Somebody will get it.
What is it?
It's from Batman.
Okay.
When
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
It's after the Party Man sequence. She gets all pissed off at the dinner. Jack's like, oh, I'm in trouble now.
Crypt keeper's in a heart-shaped bed
Good movie, man.
with a skeleton. He says, good old Edward. He should have just stuck to sending MASH notes, which maybe Mankiewicz wrote this. That's like a 1930s reference.
Is that like the little MASH game
I think it was just like what they called
we
love
used to
notes.
play? Oh, okay.
He wasn't talking about the TV show, like writing in like to MASH.
Do.
Wasn't it mansion, apartment, shack, or house?
Yeah.
Oh,
Greg, do you know where we're
Take a
talking
number,
about?
Greg.
yeah, I remember that. I know
Okay.
MASH notes. Yeah, yeah.
We should do MASH one day on the show.
MASH box set.
And then, Kron, for you, we'll write down 4 different breeds of dogs
Okay. That sounds good to me.
for your crushes.
So they're all winners.
What kind
Mastiff.
of breed? So
Australian Shepherd.
Loyal.
Don't do that one. I had an Australian Shepherd. It's too weird.
Too close to home.
Yeah.
It's beyond the bit.
what was that dog's name?
Well, all right. Don't. We got the dog from a guy who had he was using it for herding. The only name the dog responded to was Dixie, and that's the name we kept.
You're not making us look good over here, dude.
Oh, you asked about it.
We're the Midwest, okay?
It was a good dog, though, man.
Yeah.
Dog was solid. Crypt Keeper looks over at this skeleton and asks, was it good for you? Her head falls off. He said, talk about head over heels.
That was I think the best joke of the 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of
Guys,
short on the Crypt Keeper. This kind of like in and out.
Yeah, no legs either.
Well, you got so much, story to get through on this thing.
Even the Crypt Keeper's like a Mankiewicz directed it, so shows for itself.
All right, guys, that was season 3, episode 1, Love to Death. Dan, do you have any further details on this thing?
Hey, aired June 15th of 1991. Hey, at the movies, you should have just been watching fucking Terminator 2, okay? It's 1991. Fucking tell your parents. Fun facts, Rick Morales, Judd Nelson, and Martin Short were all considered for the role of Edward Foster.
Moranis? Rick Moralass?
McMoralass, if
Okay.
you do, that's a 360.
That's a deep
here on
callback.
Mm-hmm. He would have crushed this role.
Martin Short would have crushed, man. Yeah.
I would have died laughing. He does Glick, right?
Yeah.
Jiminy Glick?
If he would have did it as Glick.
I'm from Indiana too.
I wasn't homeschooled.
You'd be perfect.
But yeah, that's all I got, Kron.
All right, guys, let's just rapid fire some final thoughts and get out of this one.
It's a 3-star for Bones. Good payoff. Good moral tale. I think some of the cinematography with our creepy superintendent is pretty good. I think what lacks here is the acting ability of our 2 main stars. Andrew McCarthy's not really a guy that I ever really truly connected with, and in this, I think he struggles a little bit. I think he's maybe having trouble writing that line of, oh, I'm the protagonist of this story, but I'm supposed to be a piece of shit. And at times it was, I hate to be using this word, but too cringe to watch. So I don't know how much is on him or the material, but I thought it was a fun watch, good payoff, 3 stars.
Hey, yeah, I'll kind of echo Bones there. I did kind of feel the main actors there kind of not really, I don't know. They just didn't seem like they could decide what they wanted to be. But other than that, I think this one, it kind of grew on me. The first time I watched it, I was like, yeah, whatever. But I wish we would have got a little bit more of the fucking slumlord guy there with the Brian De Palma style cameras everywhere and shit like that. This is a good 2.5 for me. It was all right.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Andrew McCarthy, from what I've seen him in Weekend at Bernie's and Mannequin before this, kind of just an extremely unlikable actor for me, and it does him no favors to be playing such an obvious creep. I did think the writing for Miranda's pretty lame. I mean, there's just not much more to her than this yelling on her phone at her agent, and there's one good joke in there where she yells I've never said no to topless to full frontal or something like that. That was good. I love all the landlord stuff, but it feels like a weird sort of I don't know. It feels like it's from a different episode almost too, with the way all of that is done. All the cameras and his strange thing with I don't know. I guess he has a whole side business where he sets up guys to kill people who kill women. It's odd, but I like that detail. Could have used more of that, I think. I also, though, do think that the exchange near the end, the "I'm fucked out," is pretty funny, combined with the punchline with her face at the end and being in heaven and all that. That's some nice kind of Looney Tunes logic going on there that I enjoyed. I think it gets a nice 3 for me too.
I mean, I think you're all on the mark. I'd probably be a 3.0 on this thing. I mean, the plot, this is from 91. Certainly some time has passed, but it's kind of kind of scuzzy at this point. You know, the links this guy goes to you know, sleep with this lady. But all the same, I mean, there is a ton of fun stuff in here. You got smoky hallways. You got green vials of goo. Just a lot of old Hollywood class coming from Mankiewicz. I think it's a pretty fun ep as far as Tales goes, where it's like you do get that kind of monkey's paw thing where this is all I hoped for, and then once you get it, it turns out to be a curse rather than a blessing. So yeah, man, it's fun. It's good. Not the best ep, but certainly a horny one. 3.0. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back for another.
All right. Hello, boys and ghouls. It is I, the Greg Keeper. Stay tuned for another twisted tale on 5-Day Rentals presents KRON'S Crypt. Got to go. The lawyers are calling because they found out about this character. Bye-bye.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We've got one more boner-fying tale of Tales from the Crypt to go through.
How did they not use that one?
I don't know.
When did you think of that one?
A couple days ago.
And you added it? You went in and added it.
No, I just thought of it. And I said, I'm going to say boner-fying on the episode.
That's why I show up every week.
All right, guys, this one is... Oh, and by the way, Bones is gone now. He got too horny from the last episode.
It was so hard. He just... All the blood rushed, got lightheaded. He couldn't continue.
So you will not be hearing his voice any further on this week's episode.
Unless, of course, you own the edit.
But we trudge forward, guys. This is Season 3, Episode 11, Split Second.
Wait, dude, we've already covered this, dude.
I know. It's true. We did the movie Split Second starring Rutger Hauer. Is that who's in that?
Good job, dude. Yeah. Britain is flooded, and yeah, there's like a alien in a subway or some shit. Yeah.
He's got a bunch of birds in his apartment.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
You never watched Split Second, Murph? Or
That's Greg.
Greg? Jesus Christ.
You got to label your hands and
Fucking edit that. Murph?
Murph white, Greg slightly dark. No, never seen Split Second.
it's pretty fun.
It sounds awesome. Yeah.
It's not bad. I enjoyed it.
I think the biggest takeaway was the amount of birds that he had in that apartment. And he had his motorcycle in there too. He's just like everything he owned was in one square box.
He might have been Motorcycle Boy before we got to Motorcycle Boy.
He's way cooler than Motorcycle Boy.
That's
dude.
not a fucking. That's not a true statement, dude. Fuck off.
Rutger
Sounds more
Hauer.
like a bird boy, though. Like, if he's going to be described as one thing, what do you think it's motorcycles or birds?
Rutger Hauer was in the sewer punching the shit out of aliens. Motorcycle Boy is like reading a sonnet while he guzzles booze. They're not in the same league, Dan.
Dude, he just wants to go to California. Leave him alone, dude.
I wanted him to eat a bullet in that movie.
Jesus. God. Never make you fucking happy. What else was in that movie? Flooded Street. He had a partner, and he didn't like him. And didn't he eat something weird, like cereal at a bar or some shit?
I think he had like a bunch of like trash food in his apartment that he was eating on.
Yeah, something with food. I know there was a joke. Go back and listen to Split Second. I don't even know what the fuck that category was.
Yeah, me neither. But it's not important because this is Split Second, the TV show, or episode, I guess, would be better. Original air date, August 7th, 1991. Directed by Russell Mulcahy.
Huh?
Kind of a 5DR legend, right?
Russell Mulcahy is a 5DR legend, director of Highlander, Ricochet, and Resurrection, all movies we've covered on this podcast. Also
It's
directed
a cult classic, as you will.
Also directed Razorback. Maybe someday we'll get to it, Chris. You don't need to write in.
I've owned Razorback on my YouTube account for like a decade plus at this point. I've just never hit play.
Oh man, it is good. Like, it's a pretty badass movie. Giant boar. It's shot really well. Like, guy knows how to film Australia.
Yeah.
Never seen
I
it.
did recently watch Resident Evil, is it Retribution? Whichever one is the third one, but Russell Mulcahy directed that. And, also a lot of birds in that film at one point. They fight a bunch of zombie crows, like a whole wave of them.
I feel like I've seen that.
We
It's-
got it.
It's
got
the
it.
worst of that franchise. It's the worst Resident Evil film. Aside from Welcome to Raccoon City, I guess.
We gotta just do them as a box set one of these days.
I had a good time with them. As when I was younger, I was like, these aren't the games, and I hated them. But then nowadays, I was just like, fuck it, they're fun, man. The Mulcahy one's the worst one, sadly.
I think I've only seen like 1 and 2, and then did not continue on with the series ever.
Oh man, the fourth one has got. We just covered it in the podcast, so I won't say too much about it. But you got Leon and Barry in there. It's a good time.
Hi guys, Russell Mulcahy also directed the music video "Video Killed the Radio Star," like the first one that ever was broadcast.
Jesus Christ.
This dude is a legend.
Mm-hmm. This stars Michelle Johnson as Liz. Rolls in Illicit Dreams. That's a softcore that you can find on my Plex. She's also got roles in Death Becomes Her, Waxwork, Dr. Giggles, which was... Oh, that wasn't covered. I always think that should have been covered as part of Dr. June.
No, Chris, he predicted Dr. Giggles was going to happen, but it didn't happen.
She is also in a movie called Blame It on Rio. Do you guys know about that movie?
It kind of sounds familiar.
It's like... I've not seen it, but I feel
I've
like
seen
it's...
the cover to rent multiple times, but I don't think I've ever watched it.
It's almost like a legendary, scuzzy movie now. The story is like these two 17-year-old girls are going on a vacation with their dads, and they hook up with the other dads. It's pretty. I mean, I guess just like a 80s, in the vein of Porky's kind of thing.
It's kind of ahead of its time there. I feel like you go online now, that's the kind of content you can pull up pretty easily.
Sure. She's also in The Glimmer Man, and I thought this was interesting when I looked at her Letterboxd. She's in a movie that's just called Revenge, and I kind of want to watch that now.
Is that the fucking Costner one?
Revenge.
Costner, or is that the French?
Or the recent one. Yeah, that's
the
Substance
French
Lady.
director.
No, it's like a old. It's got to be 80s, maybe 90s.
Okay.
But just the title, Revenge, I was like, that seems like something I'd be willing to watch. We got Brian James as Steve Dixon. This guy's in a ton of shit. Blade Runner, Fifth Element, 48 Hours, Southern Comfort. He's also in Nemesis and Brain Smasher: A Love Story, which we have covered on the 5 Day Rentals podcast. He's in a movie called... Oh, go ahead.
So we covered him in House 3, the horror show. He's the villain in that film, going up against Lance Henriksen.
I mean, that sounds like a good time.
It's all right.
He is in a movie called Future Shock, which I know by name. I have not seen this movie, but it is a 1994 VR movie that I desperately want to watch. So if anybody has a lead on Future Shock from 94, hit me up. And I thought this one was too good to leave off the list. He is in a movie called Pterodactyl Women from Beverly Hills.
What year was that?
I didn't get the year on that one. But it sounds good. Do you see a lot of those out there, Greg?
Pterodactyls? Pterodactyl ladies?
Yeah, pterodactyl women, I guess.
Yeah, you go to Beverly Hills and I don't know, you're in line at any kind of Erewhon, and you're gonna see a couple of pterodactyl women.
Whoa.
Yeah. Perched on top of the grocery aisles. It's common sight.
You got to get out of there, dude.
The Midwest wants you.
Mm-hmm. There's so much empty land that you could...
I could just... You're screaming like Oklahoma City. I think that's your place.
Oh, check
The-
it out.
6 hours away.
Tornado capital of the world.
Kansas is more tornadoes, dude.
All right, we got finally Billy Wirth as Ted. This guy's in The Lost Boys. I think it's like a non-speaking role, though.
He's
Is there
one of the
one of the
vampires,
Lost Boys?
hanging out? Maybe?
Is there one of them that doesn't ever speak?
Is this the guy
I feel like-
with that she fucks?
I don't know. I haven't seen The Lost Boys since middle
No.
school.
In this episode, is that
Oh,
the
yeah,
guy
yeah.
Yeah. The
that chops the wood in it? Okay.
guy with the clip-on bangs.
And his name is Ted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because one of my notes is this dude looks like second runner-up to Keanu for Bill. Or Ted.
See it.
Like he just got, he didn't get the part.
I'm looking at a photo of him in The Lost Boys. He is one of the vampires. I think he's got longer hair. And yeah, he probably says nothing. Or actually, is he the one to kill in the bathtub?
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
I recently, Alamo put up that they were showing that, and this caught my attention. Let me read what it says to you, because I was like, what the am I missing something about the Lost Boys, apparently? I'm going through my phone as we're recording. Great podcasting here.
I'll get a few more credits in for this guy. He's in
Joel
Able-
Schumacher's 1987 bisexual hot boy blood-sucking beats Bonanza.
Yeah, that describes it. Yeah. Where's the lie?
Alright.
I think they were just trying to hit the bees, man.
Michael.
He's also in Abel Ferrara's Body Snatchers, Red
Hell
Shoe
yeah.
Diaries, Space Marines, and then way down on his letterboxd, he is in a movie that is a weird title, Who Killed the Baby Jesus?
Now that sounds like it's going to be on Vinegar Syndrome here in December.
You never know.
Hey, I gotta find out. I didn't think he died till 33 years later. After he was.
It's a who done it, dude. Figure it out and report back.
They get the dude from Glass Onion. What's that guy's name? Benedict or some shit?
Benoit Blanc.
Benoit Blanc.
Who killed baby Jesus? It's not what you really think.
All right, guys. We open on our pal, the Crypt Keeper. He is sharpening an axe. Now,
Hugh Grant, bring me another drink.
I wrote some very bone-specific jokes in here, and I'm going to do them anyway. I said, he's sharpening an axe. It's pretty goddamn impressive. I'm sorry he's not figure skating, Bones. I don't know.
What?
Guy is hung up on the Crypt Keeper's legs. He's sharpening an axe, for God's sakes.
But it doesn't show his legs while he's sharpening the axe.
No, but it's still impressive that a puppet is sharpening an axe on a wheel, dude.
No, what's impressive is if the Crypt Keeper, we would see him be, doing leg day.
Sure. I think in that Schwarzenegger open, he's lifting weights.
I think so.
I think it's
that
torso
right.
up, though. He's doing some curls or something. All right. He says life can be such a grind. Know what I mean? That's why I like to get out every now and again and swing a little. He throws his axe off screen. We hear somebody go like, ah!
So much for his family tree.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Tonight's tale involves a woman who does a little swinging of her own. I think you'll like this chopping spree called Split Second.
That's the one I didn't jive with.
We jumped
the
over.
chopping spree right at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice the guy sitting in the chair?
I think that's the
the second
producer.
thing.
That
Okay. All right.
yeah, because they
Yeah,
come
'cause-
back at the end and do a thing with that.
Because, he's just like, I was like, what the fuck is that? It's kind of creepy. I mean, it is a Crypt Creeper, though.
It's a scary show, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck. Got me. I didn't even finish this episode. I was too scared.
All right, we jump over to our main lady in this story. Her name is Liz. She, in VO, tells us she got stranded in this lumber town doing a waitress job. She tells us her plan was to save up enough money to get a bus ticket, but most of the tips...
How much is this bitch making, dude?
Seems like next to nothing.
Yeah,
Is she drinking her paycheck away?
This is 91. I mean, waitresses, you don't have to pay them. You can go below minimum wage, right? Because the whole thing is you're going to get tips, but yeah.
Yeah, she's making $1 an hour and like $1.25 in tips.
A bus ticket out of that town has to be like $20.
I bet you got to...
$23.
Yeah, but I bet you got to get to like 2 towns over to even get a bus.
I got the fucking internet in front of me.
She says most of the tips she had been getting weren't the kind you could take to the bank. Eventually, this local guy goes up to Liz. He's like, hey, how about you take a break with me? I got sheepskins in my truck.
It always gets me in the back.
Liz says, I thought you liked them better when they were still alive. Pretty good.
Yeah, great line.
All right. In 1991, local transit rides had an average fare of about 70 cents. So this is just like a regular. Let's do Greyhound.
I mean, where is that bus to? That's like
That's-
from one end of town to the other.
No, we're talking about like a city bus. That's a city bus.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there isn't a single average Greyhound bus ticket price for 1991, but average fare is around for a cross-country trip in 1991 for a Greyhound. It'd be $120. So if she was trying to get to like New York City, it'd be $120.
I mean, that's not nothing. Making $1 an hour. I mean, it's going to take a while.
That's 120 days. She's making more than that, though. Yeah.
And just to get to New York, that's like 45 days of your life.
Probably longer. Low cut that shirt and loose or cut down those shorts. You getting $20 tip every time.
It kind of sounds
dude.
like she's already got a side business going too, of some sort, you know. So she's working on it.
This guy tells Liz, like, hey, you got 10 minutes. That's even enough time to reapply your lipstick. She says no. This guy's not taking no for an answer. He grabs her arm, but suddenly a gun gets put up to his head. Holder is this big-ass lumberjack named Steve Dixon. He asked this guy, is this how you want to die, shitheel?
How's this guy not working for him?
I think all these guys work for him.
That's what I was
the
wondering.
entire town. Yeah.
But he's willing to shoot him in the head, nonetheless. In VO again, Liz says she likes this. She has most of these days, she was getting a lot more offended than defended.
This dude is ugly.
Brian James.
Brian James?
I kind of always... Yeah, but if someone's willing to put a gun to someone's chin for you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you look past appearances.
So you guys like to be protected. Turn John.
I guess I'd rather be protected than someone kick the shit out of me. Those are my choices.
Yeah. Being protected is a little more attractive.
Mm-hmm.
How do we think Bones got married?
And that's not the case for everybody.
I remember that.
Steve makes this guy apologize and then tells him to get lost. Steve offers to buy Liz a drink. In VO again, Liz says, after a few drinks and a slow dance, this guy wanted me to be his wife. I thought, what the hell, and said yes.
You're supposed to be fucking working, lady. What are you doing?
Well, this is why she can't get the bus money together, Dan. She's fallen in love.
Or this all happens within her 10-minute break, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I fell in love with the first mullet and Desert Eagle came into that bar.
Cut to the next day. Liz tells us that Steve sure did have a lot of money and a big house on his own lumber yard. She could get used to this life. We cut over to the guys at the lumber yard. News is spreading quickly that Steve married Liz, the waitress. These guys are cutting up. They're like, God damn, I didn't know Steve liked sloppy seconds.
Cracking buds at like fucking 9. I could do this job.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like lumber, it's the type of job you start at like 6 a.m. in my mind, you know? So this is like, it's probably first thing in the morning. Sun's just up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, by 9 a.m., Dan, shift 1 has ended.
How'd you guys know that I start the morning with bourbon in my coffee? I start at 6:30.
Well, before we recorded, you very adamantly said, I don't have a drinking problem.
But I want one so fucking bad, dude. God.
Steve walks in and the guys congratulate him. Steve's like, God damn, news sure does travel fast. One guy asks if this means the rule about women's going to be lifted. He's like, I could sure use a lady around this camp. Steve says, nope, just my wife. That's the only woman allowed. As he's explaining all this, Liz walks down from the house. She's wearing short shorts and a little crop top. All these guys, they start going crazy. Their fucking eyes are bugging out and their bow ties are spinning around.
Hitting themselves in the head with hammers.
Mm-hmm. Liz announces Steve's breakfast is ready.
That's a good lady, man.
Yeah. I mean, he's already been up for 8 hours working, but...
I mean, all sloppy seconds means is that she just pokes, bro, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Experienced.
Yeah. I mean, that's something you look when you're younger and be like, oh. But later, you should be being like, okay, all right. I'm going to hang out with Natasha, okay? She smokes in the girls' room, okay?
Give me your number, dude. Steve walks over. He's all like, what the hell are you wearing? Don't ever come around here dressed like this.
Don't come around here no more.
He says, you don't know these guys like I know them. They kind of argue back and forth, but Liz eventually leaves. Steve announces to everyone, hey shitheads, listen up. That's my wife. One of these guys whispers to his buddy, like, that chick has sucked off every guy in this room.
Used to sell her mouth for a nickel, that's what he says.
You gotta get the bus fare.
I wonder if she's not making the bus fare if it's a fucking
Yeah, you got
nickel.
maybe up that price just a little bit.
I feel like this is the kind of community, too, where everybody's paying with, like, Dixon lumber bucks or something. Like, not even real. It's not real money that you can spend.
I had a load of magnolia come in. And then Karen here will give you some maple syrup.
I had to look at the guy that said that joke. He's just the guy that cracks the beer as that scene comes in. But that's Dan Martin. He's got a role in Heat, but I just can't place his character like Harry Dieter. Is who he plays in that.
Mm.
But he looked a little familiar.
He's got a small ass role, and we're not all up in it.
Steve walks over to this guy and just starts beating the shit out of him. He puts a blade, is it like a saw blade or something, like into his mouth. He's like, is this what you said my wife did?
You want to know how she got these scars?
That would have been great. Steve goes to see Liz. He says, don't ever do that again. She says, why? Are you afraid some of them can fuck better than you? This pisses Steve off. He kind of throws her down and, like, the two have sex. I mean, again, pretty scuzzy part of this episode. In VO, she tells us this wasn't the first time a guy banged her out of jealousy, but it was the first time she hated it. The marriage had worn thin in record time.
A single day?
Yeah, it's been like 2 days.
I don't even think it's been 2. I think this is like 12 hours.
I mean, this dude's kind of the boss that I would want to be, though. Like, hey, listen up, you shitheads.
I mean, the yelling part is fun. The murder part, not so much.
You know, we kind of find out that these guys, they kind of maybe need a stern hand, though. They kind of, when they take things into, take matters in their own hands, they go pretty far.
It's true. Yeah, with no leadership at the end of this thing.
You have to rule with an iron fist.
Yeah, well, this just turned into like Lord of the Flies from the end of this episode. Later in VO, Liz tells us the guys were scared to come around the house at all anymore after what happened. Sometime later, this very attractive guy shows up and knocks on the door. His name is Ted. He's looking for a job. And Liz tells us things are finally picking up around here.
Excellent.
Steve takes Ted down to the lumber yard. He hands him a chainsaw. He's like, let's see what you can do. But Ted is like, I never touch these things. Guess you could call me old-fashioned. He grabs his trusty axe, starts working on this tree.
Get him out of here.
Guess what? It takes way fucking longer than a chainsaw would to get through this thing.
This was, I don't know why people were so impressed by this. It's like you could have just cut it up within seconds with that chainsaw.
You guys never watched like the wood chopping competitions?
I mean, I've seen it before, but you throw a guy in there with a chainsaw.
Well, they had chainsaw. You would go up and then down on the big stuff. But you also had where it was a log and you would chop and put your plank in and you'd stand on it and do your next one. And that was like a competition. And I would love watching that as a kid. It was like on ESPN I don't even know if they had ESPN Ocho back then, but that was the kind of shit where I was like, God, this is awesome. I want to do that.
They have a dangling thread in this episode of the wood chopping competition.
Mm-hmm.
And I really hope we were going to be able to see that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I used to watch that shit.
Do they compete against like other like camps? Do they like all get on a bus and like drive to another town?
I don't know, but
it seems like it.
They compete against each other. Yeah,
it seems like in the episode they do, because all these guys are like, "Oh God, he's a shoe-in for our team.
We need him for the tourney."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But look that up if you guys get a chance. It's good shit.
As Ted is chopping up this log, Liz sneaks up to watch all this. She tells us that Ted chopping that tree, it made her forget all of her troubles. She was looking for a little excitement of one kind or another. All the other guys, they come up to watch, and they are like, God damn, that's the fastest chopping I've ever seen. We need this guy on our team. He's a ringer. Steve tells everybody to get back to work. This ain't no fucking break. But he does give Ted a job at the lumberyard. He tells him...
I think the horniest part of these two episodes, by far, is the camera panning down to his crotch with her VO as he's chopping.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was honestly a little shocking. Just, whoa, okay. Kind of get it.
I mean, this chick's into it, man. Let's see. Oh. Thank you, Dan. We'll watch that later.
Oh, let's watch it now. We'll just do a commentary on some wood chopping.
That is the comp.
Steve tells Ted he's got the job, but he tells him, hey, that tournament shit, that's on your time. When you're on this yard, you chop pay wood.
That's lumber that's going to make him money. If you guys didn't get that.
Oh,
yeah, I kind of inferred that from what the characters were saying to each other.
I don't know what inferred means, but sure.
Some time has passed. We see Ted go up to the house. He's shouting for Liz, who apparently needs a box moved.
Bill! Abraham Lincoln's over here, Dad.
She keeps hollering to him that she's in the back. Ted makes his way back there and finds her in the shower.
Oh, excellent.
Radical. She asks Ted to grab a towel for her, ask if he can dry her back. Ted's confused as hell. He's like,
idiot, dude.
A naked lady? What the hell's going on?
What is this? What?
Liz drops the towel for him. She says, maybe you want to start on the front first.
Some large Area 51s, if you're asking me.
They were good, man. I support all women.
I like my pizza with extra pepperonis.
Ted tells her, hey, Mr. Dixon is my boss. He wouldn't like this. Liz says, I'm your boss. She grabs his crotch and says, I could even give you a raise. They kiss, but Ted backs away. On his way out, he drops a work glove.
Total bummer, man.
Later at the... Oh, like a sad guitar?
I'm not using my whammy on this one.
Later at the bar, Ted's talking to the guys. One guy tells him, dude, it's not worth it. Another guy is like, hey, if she wants company, give the lady company. Suddenly, Steve walks in. He's like, which one of you's been fucking my wife? He says, I found a glove in my bed.
Again, Steve, if this is the issue, maybe she's the issue, dude.
Steve is going crazy. He's threatening everyone. One guy's like, it's not me. It's not Ted. It's not anybody in here, man. You're losing your mind. He says this chick is driving you crazy.
Yeah, he used to be a cool guy before he got married. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Eventually, Ted says,
see,
like,
guys? You see?
Ted says, I'm just going to go get my shit and get out of here. I don't want anybody getting hurt. Ted goes to pack up his stuff. He's trying to get out. But when you know it, Liz walks into the room. Ted's all like, I can't do this. It's wrong. Liz says, no, it's pretty easy. Just close your eyes and lay back and I'll take care of the rest. These two, they start going at it. But when you know it, Steve walks in.
This scene has the third time between these two episodes where a woman rips off her clothes to reveal lingerie underneath. Is that just like an everyday thing in the 90s? Just women were just like, I just gotta have lingerie underneath just in case.
I guess we've at least keyed into what Kron thinks is horny.
I'm just hoping that Victoria's Secret paid these ladies for taking their information.
28 cents or whatever you got.
I got 15 cents back. Thank you.
Well, they probably bought more than you, though. They bought like a whole get up, dude.
It never came up in the last episode that I was wearing that lingerie.
I think it was implied.
Oh, fuck.
All right, Steve walks in. Liz yells, get him off me. He forced me. Pretty fucked up.
Yeah, the voiceover kind of puts you a little bit on her side for a lot of this episode. And then there's that moment and you're like instantly just, okay, she sucks.
Mm-hmm. Steve starts beating the absolute shit out of Ted. Eventually he picks up Ted's axe, hits him in the face a couple times, which ultimately...
That doesn't have 6 strings, dude.
This ultimately blinds him.
Oh, you Stevie Wondered me, man.
Well, there's a pretty great Stevie Wonder joke in a couple minutes.
Later
Stevie lumbered me.
Hell yeah. Later, the guys pay a visit to Ted. Says, hey man, don't let it get you down. You're still going to help us out with that tournament.
Why the fuck is he still there?
Well, they had to take him to the hospital and shit.
This dude attacked him with an axe. Like,
yeah, but they already did the paperwork to hire him on, you know?
Mm-hmm. Plus, you shut down that business, the whole town's economy goes belly up.
Yeah.
Like, he's just trying to get to Toronto. Like, who cares?
They tell Ted, don't worry, we're going to teach you some new skills. They hand him a chainsaw, and they say, wait till they get a load of you, little Stevie Lumber.
Pretty good.
This is the best line in any of these episodes, dude.
It's pretty great. It does have some really great competition just all throughout this episode. There's a lot of fantastic lines in this.
These guys are teaching Ted how to use the new chainsaw. They keep repeating, do it, Ted, amputate, make it pay for its mistakes. All right, that's the best line in these episodes.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It was like somebody was like, how do we get amputate in? All right, here, I got it.
I love the idea that these lumberjacks are thinking of the trees as having wronged them. And it's like they have to, you know, they had to come in, make them pay.
Also that they consider chopping them down, amputating them.
It's got to be boring out there just doing that all day, right? Yeah, you got to come up with some stuff
to justify this. Yeah, it's fucking trees.
In VO, Liz tells us that all this work with Ted was making her uncomfortable, but Ted has a gift. He takes to the new method really quickly. Eventually, all the guys, they go to see Mr. Dixon. They're like, hey, man, Ted's learned some new skills. You got to see him. Steve says, I don't give a shit about that. I thought that was so funny, man. I don't give a shit. Why is he still working there?
Exactly. Why the fuck is he here? I hit him in the head with an axe.
Hey, that guy you blinded with an axe who fucked your wife, come see what he's... Yeah. I kind of get it from his angle. Like, I don't... why would you tell me about that? I clearly don't want anything to do with this guy.
Is he still, like, drawing a paycheck, though? I mean, is he...
Maybe he feels bad, I guess. I don't know.
Like, the speed that guy chops, you can't afford to let him go. Even blind.
Fill it out.
These guys put a knife up to Steve's throat. They say, no, you're really going to want to see this. They bring out Ted and they say, hey, man, it's time to work on some bigger trees now. Ted starts cutting through these 2 huge logs, and guys, blood is spraying everywhere. The camera pulls back, and we see Steve and Liz inside these 2 tree trunks. Ted cuts all the way through the Steve one, like multiple times. When they kick it over, it rolls out into a bunch of pieces. He says, I'm getting the hang of this. Do you got any more? As he starts cutting the Liz tree in VO, she tells us the guys had done it. They had done what she had been searching for her whole life, a cure to boredom. Ted starts cutting into her tree. All the guys cheer. We cut back to the crypt keeper. He says, now that's what I call a sushi roll. I guess Liz was right. It's hard to find a good man, especially when he's been cut into so many pieces. Well, kiddies,
The cutout log does look pretty good when you do see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when pieces with Brian James, you mean?
Yeah, yeah, it looks great, dude.
It's clean cut. Yeah.
He says, well, kiddies, I've got a little chopping to do of my own. It's my producer's birthday, and he always wanted final cut. That's exactly what he's getting. Crypt Keeper fires up the chainsaw. Again, sorry to Bones that he's not spinning a pirouette. He starts chopping up this producer. Guys, that's the end of Split Second.
That producer apparently is Joel Silver.
Whoa.
Yeah. Producer of Predator and I think the Lethal Weapon movies, maybe?
I think that's right.
What a big stuff, yeah. Hudsucker Proxy.
Yeah. That's where I just heard about that guy.
Yeah.
It was like his foray into non-action.
It's not bad.
Yeah, but it's like it backfired on him because it wasn't a big success.
But now, everybody loves it.
I was just at a sold-out screening of that a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
There you go, Kron. Eat those words.
I just said at the time.
Hey, Kron, this is August 7th, 1991. If you're done watching T2, then move on to Silence of the Lambs, you fucking idiots. Wow. What are you doing? It's 1991.
91 was popping off at the movie theater, dude.
Fun facts. Actually, a lot of this was shot on the same sets that they used in a little television series called Twin Peaks. I haven't really heard of it, but a lot of it was shot on those sets.
Yeah, that's a lumber-related TV show.
It is, yeah. There's a big old subplot of the lumber mill that nobody really understands, honestly.
Oh, really? Nobody understands a fucking...
Yeah, but it's not for the usual David Lynch reasons. It's more just like the contract for the mill is in dispute, you know? And people were killing each other for it, and it's complicated. There's no, like, weird, ethereal shit going on with it. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of a lumber mill that's there in town.
And then that episode ends with like a little guy dancing in a red room, and everybody's like, I get that part.
It ends with a guy killing another guy who has cockroaches in his underwear, and he's like, now I have the lumber contract. I'm at your house.
I wish the lumber subplot was like that. It's more just this woman married a guy who had it, and then he died mysteriously kind of stuff, you know.
I've started Twin Peaks 5 times. Never
Good stuff. It's great.
You get those like first 2-3 episodes, and you're like, all right, I kind of get this. And then the fourth or fifth, it's like, I don't know what the fuck's happening anymore, dude.
I get to like 2, and I'm like, all right.
Season 3 is where that's honest. I'm of the opinion now, but that's the best of it.
I will say though, absolute banger of a theme song.
Oh yeah, well, it's incredible.
But Kron, that's all I got for Split Second here.
All right, I think we just get into ratings. I'll go ahead and start. Guys, I mean, honestly, I was thinking about it. I was kind of between 2 numbers. I think I'm ultimately going to be on my Tales from the Crypt score chart here. A 4.0 on Split Second. I think this one is a ton of fun. I mean, I think everybody is doing a good job acting. Brian James brings a lot of like, just, I mean, he's a piece of shit, but it's fun line deliveries. I think he brings so much to that character that it elevates this episode. It is pretty ridiculous altogether, just plot wise. But I feel like it all comes together at the end, which is ultimately like really satisfying on this one. You do see like all the shitty people get punished. I don't know, man. This was the episode where I was like, if we do this Tales thing, I'm going to start pairing up episodes and get like a theme going. This was the one that really like almost kicked this whole thing off. So yeah, man, 4.0. This is a good one.
Hey, Kron, I'm right there with you. I had a fucking fun time with this one. I think it's pretty good. It's up there with what we've seen so far. And I really liked it. 4.0 for me as well. I think this is the best chef's kiss you've got so far. So we'll see. Just got another one to go.
I loved this one. I thought it was a huge improvement over Love to Death. And I did notice, too, one of the credited screenwriter for this is Richard Christian Matheson, who is the son of Richard Matheson, who wrote I Am Legend and, like,
Make-A-Wish?
a shitload of... Probably a distant relative of the Mank family, I think. Right. But his dad wrote a ton of Twilight Zone and like Star Trek episodes. So he's kind of got this sort of anthology shit in his blood. And I think it came through because in the very short amount of time you have with these characters, like you really kind of get to know them in an interesting way. Even the side guys, like I think his name is Snaz.
Yeah.
The guy that Dan Martin plays. Like he has some really cool moments, some great lines. When he like stands up to Brian James, it's like, used to be cool, man, before you got married. Like, take a look at yourself. There is just like something to all these characters. I think the voiceover narration adds a lot to how this episode feels. Like, it's got that old sort of weird old noir feel with that. I like that it's from her perspective too for a part of it. And then, yeah, Brian James is a ton of fun. Just like really knows how to lean into profanity, especially when he's calling guys shit heels. When he's got that line when he's just kind of talking with the boys and he's like, oh, these goddamn environmentalists are trying to protect some fucking moth. It's really funny when he's flipping out, and he kind of like, he does this in a lot of movies, but he's kind of like, I kind of described him, I think, on a weekly podcast, Massacre, as like a human rat-faced man. And like, he really leans into it when he's flipping out in the bar, and it's very funny. When I kind of think of Tales from the Crypt, I always kind of think of like, okay, yeah, it's a combo of like macabre and like, kind of like goofy humor. And I think this one really leans into that pretty well at the ending. Like, it's pretty sick what they end up doing with these guys, but you don't think of it as like fucked up. You think of it as just kind of funny when it, like, Ted's like kind of got that distant look on his face because he's blind and like chainsawing through these people with blood splashing on his face. I thought it was hilarious. I'm going 4.5. I had a great time with this. I think it's one of the best episodes that I can remember that I've seen of Tales from the Crypt.
Had you seen this one before?
No, this was new to me. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, right on. We'll have Bones, I don't know, mail his scores out to everybody.
I'll save the stamps. 4.0 for Bones.
And guys, that's it for the Horny Eps. Next week we will be back for our last, sadly, Tales from the Crypt run. It is a category all about the famous directors that this show has had. We're going to be covering An All Through the House from Season 1, Episode 2, directed by Robert Zemeckis, and Cutting Cards from Season 2, Episode 3, directed by Walter Hill. You have also seen that one, Greg.
That's the Fingers one, right?
Yeah.
Not to spoil, but yeah, that one's fantastic. Yeah.
And hey, there might be a special DK coming on for that one next week, guys.
Hell yeah.
We'll see.
Greg, tell the fucking listener where they can fucking find your ass.
Sure. You can find me on the weekly podcast Massacre, any place you get podcasts. It's a podcast I do with my good friend Murph, who's also been on the show. And we talk horror films. Right now, when this comes out, we are talking for October. The theme is, I think we called it, it's very similar to One Night Under the Big Top, but it's not that. I think we're calling it Halloween Spook Show. But it's all about carnivals, roadside attractions,
Little bad guys.
fairs. There might be some little bad guys involved. We'll just have to listen and find out.
Fingers crossed, dude.
Yeah.
Don't encourage him.
Hell yeah. Weekly podcast to me is just an instant listen at this point. Love everything you and Murph do. And you were so nice to do the Greg Keeper spots for us. And
oh, yeah, no problem.
I'm genuinely always surprised. I feel like on weekly podcasts, you guys always have something interesting to say, whether it's highbrow or lowbrow.
Oh, thank God.
and then on this show, I'm like, hey, do you want to come talk about 2 boner episodes of Tales from the Crypt? And you made yourself available. Thank you, dude.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime. This was a blast.
Greg, always love having you. Dude, keep doing what you guys do over there. We love it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I appreciate that.
All right, y'all. Next week, join us for Famous with DK. KRON'S Crypt. Crash and burn.
Crash and burn.
Crash and burn.